Hi viewers, now again I have come with a new topic, that is Einstein photoelectric equation. So in this Einstein generally he observed photoelectric effect, that experiment, and he derived an equation. Why the electrons are coming, so what is happening, how the photons are falling, why the electrons are emitted, what is happening photon, where it is going, right? So he observed and he derived one equation. That equation is called Einstein's photoelectric equation. And when the light falls on the metal surface, then what happens, how does electrons are coming outside? Now see here, when photons of energy h, generally according to Max Planck's energy equation, E is equals to h nu only, right? Energy h nu falls on a metal surface, then what happens, then the energy of photons is absorbed. See, this much of energy falls on the metal surface, then this energy is absorbed by the electrons. So that means electrons absorb the energy, then what happens? So that absorbed energy is used in two ways, right? That absorbed energy of photon, the energy of photon is absorbed by electron and it is used in two ways. And it is used in two ways. Used in two ways. So there is no gap. If you have a gap, two ways. Right? Used in two ways. So first one is, so used in two ways. So the first way is a part of energy. So from this certain amount of energy, part of energy is used to overcome surface barrier. Suppose electron, generally electron where it present inside the atom and revolves around the nucleus, right? So when the light, let it is a nucleus and it's let one electron is revolving around the nucleus, then what happens when photons of energy this much falls on it, then this electron can utilize a part of energy. So some part of energy utilize and then it come outside. So it has to overcome barrier. Barrier means attraction between these two things. So part of energy is used by the electron to overcome this attraction and then come outside. So that energy is used to overcome this attraction and come outside. See here once again, a part of energy used to overcome the surface barrier means attraction between the electrons and nucleus and come out for coming outside of the metal surface. This part of energy generally called as work function. It is called as work function. Sometimes it is denoted with a W or sometimes it is denoted with a pi also. Either W or pi, work function, right? And it is equals to h nu naught. That part of energy is what? H nu naught, right? Okay. So that part of energy, first part of energy is called work function. First part of energy is called. First part, what happens? It brings one electron outside from the atom, right? Next, remaining part. The remaining part of energy is used in giving velocity. So when electron come outside, when it come outside of this atom, then it cannot stay at the point only. It start moving throughout the metals. Okay. So, and the remaining part of energy is used in giving velocity v. Suppose if it is moving, then moving object they must has a certain velocity. That velocity is v, right? The remaining part of energy is used in giving a velocity to the emitted photoelectrons. Generally, these electrons are called photoelectrons, right? This is generally equal to what? Kinetic energy. So that is the kinetic energy is maximum. So it is a maximum energy. So maximum kinetic energy. So no more electrons can receive the energy. So it cannot gain the more velocity. It can't gain. So that is the maximum energy. So generally kinetic energy depends on velocity. If the velocity is maximum, then automatically kinetic energy is also maximum. Why? Because kinetic energy formula Ke half mv square. But what I am saying, maximum kinetic energy. Kinetic energy cannot depends on mass. It depends on velocity. So it is a V max. When velocity is maximum, then energy is also maximum. So like this energy. So see here, energy is how does utilized by the electron. So part of energy is utilized to come outside from the metal surface. So how much energy is utilized by the electron to come outside? That energy is called work function. Work function formula is this one. Either it is denoted by pi or W. Next, remaining part of energy is to move the electron, right? To move the electron, to travel with a certain velocity. So when it has velocity, automatically it has kinetic energy. So it has a maximum kinetic energy. So that kinetic energy is what? This one. Now what I am doing, I am going to erase this one. Why? Because I want to derive one equation. The equation is there. The equation we have to derive. Right? See, please let me erase it. Okay. Now see. According to, after this 2 points, we must write this point. According to law of conservation of energy. That means energy neither be created nor be destroyed. Whatever energy we apply to the metal surface, it cannot be destroyed. So that means it may be utilized in different forms. How many forms it is utilized? In 2 forms. Okay. Applied energy is what? Applied energies has nu, and a part of energy is this amount from this certain amount of energy is utilized to bring the electron outside from the metal surface. That is we call work function. Right? So from this energy, certain amount of energy is utilized to bring the electron outside. That energy is called work function. And the remaining part of energy is what happened to move the electron. So remaining part of energy is utilized to move the electron. Okay. So moving electron or moving bodies has what? Kinetic energy. So this is a kinetic energy. Maximum kinetic energy. See, this energy is utilized in 2 ways. That means this energy must be equal to sum of these 2 energies. Why? This energy only divided into this much of and this much. If you have total energy, you must get this energy. So that is the definition of the Einstein. See here, hence nu, this energy is what is happening, divided into work function, h mu naught, let me write fast, W or pi plus kinetic energy. H nu is equal to h mu naught plus half m kV max square. And from this, so keep it this side and bring it this side. Okay, so keep it this side means it only present one side. Generally, see, keep it and bring this side. Already this side what we have has new already this side. If we bring this side, it becomes negative minus has new now. Okay, it came this side. Next, this side is only half m v square is equals to half m v max square. What I mean, instead of writing this side, let me write this side. Okay, half m v max square is what? H nu minus H nu naught. Common half m v max square H nu minus nu naught. This is called Einstein photoelectric equation. E-I-N-S-T-A-I-N, Einstein's photoelectric equation. Okay, Einstein photoelectric equation is half m v max square is equals to h into a nu minus a nu naught. And from this certain assumptions are there, certain what we call certain things are there. How does kinetic energy depends? See here, first point. Then certain points are there. He explained. Oh, I should explain by using this equation. What he explained. If first point is if frequency applied frequency is less than work function frequency, then what happens? If it is more than this, is it this meaning is it is more than this or it is less than this? When it is less than this, when it is more, that it is more, it has negative. Then negative term will become more. That means that kinetic energy is negative. Negative kinetic energy is not possible. So negative kinetic energy is not possible means if it is frequency is if work function frequency is more than the applied frequency, then what happens? Electron cannot come outside, right? So it is not possible. So if the electron want to come outside, what is the condition? Condition must be nu is greater than nu naught. When applied frequency is more than work function frequency, then only electron can move. That is the meaning of this. Okay. And the second point is, when the photon falls on the metals, then what happens? It produces one electron. One photon can produce one electron. One photon can produce one electron. So number of photon can produce a number of electrons also. So like this, number of one photon can produce one electron. Number of photons can produce number of electrons. So like this, photons are directly proportional to electrons are directly proportional to photons. Photoelectrons are directly proportional to photons. When photons are more, then what happens? Photons are more, photoelectrons also more. More photons can produce more number of photoelectrons. So that is the meaning of this. And the third point is what? See, kinetic energy is directly proportional to nu minus h into nu minus nu naught. But h and nu naught are both constant. Then kinetic energy simply depends on what? Frequency. So kinetic energy is directly proportional to the frequency. When applied energy has more frequency, then electron can travel with the more velocity. It may have the more kinetic energy. So that is the meaning of this. Alright. And in this process, last point is when the photon is falling on the metal, then it collides with the electrons. When photon falls on the metals, it collides with the electrons. And collision times, how much it takes, after collision, electron come outside, and a gap between them is approximately 10⁻⁸ seconds. When photon falls on the metals, then it interact or it collide with the electrons, then electron come outside. So coming electron outside, how much time it takes? 10⁻⁸ seconds. So that is this is a certain points regarding the given equation. So these points are given by the Einstein by the Einstein, and this is the equation is called Einstein's photoelectric equation. Okay, thank you friends.